1.
We're back.
We're back. Am I supposed to say it too? I can say it if I
No,
want to.
well, you
No.
can. Okay, well, I think your primary job is to clap, and then
Okay.
I say we're back, and then if
Okay.
you want as an afterthought, you can add on your own we're back. But
We all have our jobs.
have our jobs.
Okay. So how are you? It's been a while. Lots of things have happened because uh you had situations, I had situations.
Situations, man.
Yeah. So
Some
we're
stuff
recording
went
again,
down.
and and um and mom will be happy. Our family will be happy, but I'm glad I get to talk to you. It's been a while.
Yes, it
But
is.
yes.
I'm very much looking forward to this. Yes.
All right. So what do you have as an artist? Is any art well, what do I do? Do you just start giving updates or do I
I kind
ask?
of
See,
just
I
go
don't
in straight to
remember.
the updates, and then you ask me
Okay.
about the art stuff later,
All
usually.
right. Sounds good. I don't remember.
It's only been like 2 weeks, man.
Are you sure it's been? No, it's been more than that.
Has it?
No?
I don't even know.
Yeah, because we didn't
Anyway.
record when you were at home.
Oh,
Then
yeah, that's
you were
right.
sick,
Oh,
and then
wait,
you
let's
had
pick up from there. Yeah.
after. Oh, you when you came home.
Yeah. We didn't talk
Okay,
about
you
that.
weren't sick before you came home,
No, I wasn't.
right?
It came
You
after.
okay?
Yeah.
So you came home,
But
and we
here's the
had
thing,
your
though, right? Because we had traveled the weekend before for
yes.
another wedding, and then
Mm-hmm.
we traveled again to hang out with you guys and have our
Ah,
reception, and then also surprise guest. We had Tim there. That was fun.
that was awesome. Yes.
Um, Yeah, and then we got home, and then pretty much, like, right after, like, John started getting a cold,
Oh yeah,
he
yeah.
started, like, experiencing stuff, and I was like, "Uh-oh, okay." But he was fine enough that he was still able to work for the most part. Yeah, but it mainly, like, hit the both of us officially, like, by, like, that next weekend.
Okay.
And so right, so he was dealing with, like, stuff in his sinuses. It was all going up here, and we were taking and then I was taking some extra meds just in case that was gonna happen. Then it did, and then it hit me like a train. Um,
Oh,
it was bad. We didn't have any like feverish symptoms. It was all just really annoying cold and allergy stuff. Um,
sneezing and coughing then.
Sneezing and I because so he's the cougher and I'm the sneezer. So we kind
Oh,
of
interesting.
yeah, so there was that. But, what was fun though was then it was like, okay, like gauging like how we felt, and then, on certain days when it was like, "Oh, usually we clean or usually we go get groceries
Hmm.
this day." Okay, let's see how we're feeling about that. Um, and then and then also like we didn't even feel good enough at one point to even go to church on Sundays. So we were like, okay, we're gonna hang back, but while after we rest a bit, then we should be good enough to go and get groceries later, and then maybe go and do some cleaning later, all those things. And then that was yeah, and then what else happened? Yeah, and then he was the one who started getting better before
Okay.
I
Yeah.
did, and so then it turned into, okay, he's gonna go to work, and then I was like, "Hey, could you do me a huge favor? Can you, like, do some little things here and there around the house that I usually get to?" And all that stuff. Um, or and then, then there are times where I would get hard on myself, so, like, because anytime I get sick, I always get hard on myself, so I'm like, "I need to be productive, I need to be doing stuff." But I don't feel good, and then I don't feel good. Yeah. But John and I also did a really good job of just like holding each other accountable and just being emotionally there for each other because that was our big thing. But yeah, overall, I don't know why for some reason I thought that it was gonna be a little more stressful. Um, I think because the other thing is, like, John takes, like, some sort of zinc vitamin thing, and it
Hmm.
actually makes him dry heave a bit, and I remember the first time that happened, I totally freaked out. I was like, "My husband's dying. I don't know what to do." And then and then he just, like, came out of the bathroom after, like, his thing, and then he was like, "I'm fine.
Does
That's
he take that when he's sick, or like does he take
no,
that
the
daily or
zinc
something?
makes it him do that. So unless he takes the zinc specifically with milk, then it's gonna make him do that.
But does he
Um,
do that? How often does he do that?
so He's never done that before is the
Okay,
thing.
okay. All
So
right, all right.
he's always been taking, zinc with milk and stuff. So then he
Uh-huh.
does it out of nowhere, and I'm like, "You drank milk. What happened? Oh, no, what's happening? Why are you doing it now? What is that?" And I've never heard these noises from him, so I'm just like, "Okay. Uh, huh, stressed wife." But yeah, but he turned out fine. Um, yeah, that was interesting.
So just explain why did he switch? Like why? Like when he's sick, he takes it without the milk, and when he or what was the reason?
Because we were avoiding I wanted to avoid milk at least because,
Oh
that's
yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
help with
that's
our
true. You do want
sinuses,
to,
and
yeah,
so then
because
he and
it
so
doesn't help
then
with your
yeah,
chest
so then he was just
stuff.
like I was like, "No, what is that?" It was
Wow.
scary.
Okay. No, okay. I understand that
Yeah,
now. That
yeah.
was better.
But
Okay.
then I was like, "You know what? For the risk of it, you should drink your milk. You should drink your milk
Rather
'cause
than
I do
traumatize
not
your
wanna
wife
hear
with
that
the
noise coming out
sounds.
of you ever again. That was scary." Yeah. Um, otherwise and then also we got to celebrate we have our own, we felt we could, so Halloween happened, and so he was still feeling a bit sick, and this was around the time when I was starting to get some symptoms, but I wasn't, like, quite at the point that he was yet, and so we felt good enough that we were like we got our costumes together, we dressed up as the Strangers, the killers from The Strangers, which is a movie the first 2 movies you should watch because 'cause they're really good.
Yes. I think you said that at some point. Yes.
Yeah,
I
I
got
don't
to
know
do
if I
that.
said it on here though, but I'm just gonna
No,
say it anyway. So yes,
the
you should watch
strangers.
that. But we dressed up as the characters. We did a whole like photo shoot thing where we were, pretending to be like trying to break into our house and waltzing through the halls trying to kill somebody. All the things. Oh, and then my favorite part because there's 3 strangers, but it's just me and John. But then we were like, well, we have Belle. So John was like, "Hey, Emmy, why don't you make a tiny mask for her?" And then we're gonna put the mask on her. And I was like, "Oh, okay. So we're gonna cut holes and stuff." He's like, "Oh, no, no, no. Just like a regular piece of paper, and then you can just like draw like color in circles for like the eyes." And I'm like, "Wait, Bill's not gonna be able to see. She's gonna be freaked out." But then we put it on her, and all we she kind of so we put it on her head, and then because it was on her head, she automatically went like this. So then it worked.
Ah, okay. That's
But we initially John tried just because he was curious. He wanted to see how she would react when she had it on her face, and she did the whole cat thing where it's like,
yes. That
"No."
makes sense.
Yeah. It was fun, and then we had our first trick or treaters together.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
does your neighborhood get a lot?
so we weren't sure what to expect, but we had
Oh,
a
yeah.
good like dozen, I'd say at the most.
Okay.
Not like a crazy amount, but more than we expected, honestly.
Okay.
Um
Does your like neighborhood do they decorate all over the place? I
So
mean, there's
not in
some
our immediate
neighborhoods.
neighborhood, but if you kinda go
Ah.
through a little bit of the cul-de-sac,
Uh-huh.
then you start to see like, we sometimes we'll like, one time we drove home from, like, the grocery store or something, and we saw this house. They had, like, these 2, skeletons that were supposed to be, like, a skeleton couple, and they were
Uh-huh.
out in, like, lawn chairs, and they had, like, pumpkins, and they had empty beer bottles. It was cute. And then we saw another one that had, like, a giant, like, skeleton, like, prop that looked like it was supposed to be coming out of the ground kind of thing. So yeah, so apparently some other people in our neighborhood go all out, but not a whole lot. Also, I found out, have you heard of, like oh, what's it called? I think it's called, like, trunking or trunk or treat or something like that. Basically, what you do is instead of doing, having kids come up to the door and trick or treating, you basically, like, have your trunk open with a bunch of candy out, and then kids just take it from your trunk of the
That's
car.
well, no, the way that we know it out here on the West Coast is that's usually a like a church event. They'd usually do it at church because LACS used to have it, I think, and then that's what Mari used to volunteer at the church at Apostles, and
Oh,
they used to
okay.
have that. So it's like a family night thing, and then people, yeah. So it was more. It wasn't like a generally on the street thing. It was like a specifically church related or some kind of that kind of thing. I've
Yeah.
never seen it on, like, just randomly out in the street,
I
but maybe that's
that
a
that
thing.
it's a thing here, I guess. I'm not
Okay.
sure, but
But it's just in the middle, like, somebody in the middle of the street, like, they have their I mean, just in the middle of the neighborhood,
no,
they have their
just
car
like
out?
in their like at their homes, just like
Uh-huh.
in like all the neighbors kind of like the neighbors would do it where they just have their trucks out and then their trunks were open and then
Open.
they had kids. You just walk by houses and
Oh, that's
grab.
no, I've never seen I
I don't.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
might, like, some out here, some little they might throw the little kid in the trunk and drive off. I don't know. I just like sorry.
awesome. Thank you.
I don't
That's
I think that's why people would shy away from that out here.
yes. That would be terrifying. No, that's
Try a
awful.
horror movie
That's a
plot.
crime. That's
It's
not
a horror
even a
movie plot.
Halloween.
It's like iPhone or Black Phone. Not iPhone.
Oh, Black Phone. Oh, Judd and I watched Black Phone too.
You did?
Yes. It
Was
was
it
really good. It's worth the watch, Dad.
okay,
Um,
but it's, like, way different from the first one, right? Because the first one was,
yes.
like the second one sounds much more or looks much more like,
So, okay.
um,
So,
mystical.
I don't okay, sorry, I'm kind of jumping here, but,
It's okay.
so the Conjuring, right? That's a whole series, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
then they recently came out with like another new Conjuring, but the tone of it felt a lot more different because it's supposed to be the end, and they're treating it less of like a horror thing, but more of like an ending to like the main character's story plot,
Okay,
right?
okay.
And
Yeah.
so that's kind of same feeling as Black Phone 2 here, where rather than committing to the same like horror aesthetics that they did and like the supernatural and all that stuff and the first one, this one was more focusing more on the characters and their family and their trauma and
Hmm.
kind of undigging the past and then figuring and then using that knowledge to like defeat the evil entity or whatever.
Ah, okay.
So more it almost felt like a little bit of Ghostbusters. There were parts that were funny, but
Hmm.
there were also parts
Oh,
that were
wow.
really really just sad. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah, but
Wow.
I would say just, like, in the context of, like, the story as a whole, I mean, I think it fits well, and it didn't it didn't do the thing that, like, we will see in other movies where it's like, oh, the characters need to look back on the past, and then they get hung up on it, and then they use that as leverage or an excuse to, like, go and do something
Mm.
or kill something or whatever. This one, it made sense, and it actually resulted in real character growth that I felt
Oh.
like was didn't feel forced, and it felt like it just added like a little bit more weight to the ending where it was like, oh, this is satisfying. So that's all I'll
Oh,
say.
interesting.
Yeah. So
Definitely interesting.
you
Different.
should watch it. It's fun.
Okay.
There were
Mom
honestly
wouldn't watch it, though.
the scariest parts though. The scariest parts of it are when the sister, right? She's the one who has like the dreams and stuff. Those are the really scary parts. Whenever she's sleeping and then she sees stuff and then
Okay.
things actually affect her in real life when she's sleeping. So
Okay. So mom couldn't handle it.
no, 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 no.
No, no, not a mom.
No,
Not
no, no,
not for
no.
mom.
I don't
Okay.
at the end of I don't think mom can handle anything that's been coming out lately. No.
Okay. Okay. Had to check. I think there was another one that like I thought, oh, that the one where like it's a horrible boss and then they get stuck on the island and then she
Oh, yeah, that looks like a mom movie.
I thought it wasn't. You said it mom wouldn't like that.
I
Or
feel like the premise of it
yeah.
sounds like a mom movie, but then, like, when you watch a little bit more of, like, the trailer, you're like, "Oh, no, I don't think mom would like this." There's blood, there's
Yeah, that's yeah. I
yeah,
like I guess that's what I thought just like you, it was the premise that made sense. Like,
yeah,
oh, like she, like the lady was being abused by her boss, and then she like he has to rely on her, but he's still a not a
an
good boss.
idiot.
Yeah, and then but then you're right. When the when the blood she has blood all over her and
No,
then yeah the mom probably
no,
couldn't
then
handle that
mom's
part.
just gonna be like, "Oh, no, I can't watch it."
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's true.
no, yes.
Okay. So then, so how was it, what did you learn about being sick together?
So, okay, so I learned, um what did I learn? Ah, yes. So John and his weird noises. I know that he needs to drink his milk with a zinc, whatever. But I also learned when so you know how we have sick voices,
Yeah.
and it can make our voices a little bit raspier or maybe deeper.
Yeah.
John already has a really deep voice.
Yes.
So, honestly, when he first told me that he was sick, I was like, "Oh, you don't sound sick." It's because his voice is already so low we're register that if it gets any lower, I don't hear it. I don't hear it at all. I don't yeah. And then also when he does feel sick, he like okay, I might go into this as sort of like a small thing that I see in pop culture, which is like there's this there's this idea or like this kind of like funny little skit idea that going around on the internet that like whenever a girl gets sick, she's like, I'm still gonna be doing my thing, I'm still gonna be working, blah 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 blah. And then the guy gets super over dramatic and is like, I'm dying, I need you to take care of me. All this there's this it's a weird
Yeah. No,
rhetoric,
I've
right?
seen that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I can
Yeah.
explain it from a guy's side
So
later, but
John and I
yes.
are very much the opposites. I'm the dramatic one, and he's the one that's like, I'm gonna still work, I'm gonna still do stuff, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's very so there is a point at which though, so under normal sick conditions, like the everyday kind of being sick, like even up to the flu kind of thing. But if it's past that, then that's when guys just like just like no want no interaction whatsoever. But like
Right. Yeah.
usually under normal like just regular colds and stuff like that, like a guy will typically just trying to work and just do the regular thing.
Yeah.
It's just there's a certain limit at which when it's like you hit a certain kind of sickness that you just
Yeah.
go and shut everything off and don't want
Oh,
anything to do with
I know
anything.
that it like, yeah, I can see John getting the stomach flu and being like, "Just leave me alone, don't talk to
Yeah.
me, I can't,"
But
you know? Yeah.
that's I mean that is the only that is the only like you said there's that trope has been around for since
Ever. Yeah.
since the 90s,
Yeah.
at least, yeah, like that, guys fall apart when they're sick, but or they need to be babied when they're sick, but it's only that threshold is so high for a normal guy
Yeah.
that when they need to be babied, they're probably actually really sick
It's really
and
bad.
are
Yeah.
helpless. I mean, like I couldn't, like almost don't even get out of bed kind of ones would just leave me alone. That's what mom does. Like when I'm super really sick, I'm like, I don't want to do anything. And that's when mom starts bringing me stuff. I don't whine and complain and ask for things. She's just like, dude, you're not eating at all.
Yeah.
So here, you better eat. You take this here. You need the water. You need this because you're just in isolating yourself and want to be left alone.
Yep.
And that's it. I mean, if from a woman's perspective, they might think they're babying them. I mean, in the pop culture sense, they might
Sure.
think of it, oh, I have to baby him, but it's like the guy probably didn't ask for any of this. He's just like, leave me
No,
alone. I
it's
may
just
starve to death and dehydrate myself, but that's
it's the woman's
whatever.
wifely duties to take care of
To,
her man
yes,
if he's down. And
yes,
just same way, like if anybody in the relationship is like lower than whatever percentage that they're giving into the relationship, then the other should want to take over a little bit or just
yeah,
at least help out a
yeah,
bit. So yeah.
yeah. But
Which in a way I did is, John and I have found like a way to do that. Like especially when he was initially like feeling it and as it progressively got worse and worse, I was always checking in with him, but he was like, because it was just a cold. It wasn't like flu. If it was flu, I know that I would probably be doing more. But he was like, no, 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 I'm good. I got my medicine. I'm taking my vitamins, all the things. But I was like, okay, just I would always check in, like, just let me know if you need anything or you need me to pick up anything from the store, pick up anything around the house, whatever. Yeah. And then when it happened to me, I was yeah, I was a dramatic queen. I was like, "No, I can't, I don't want to. I want to isolate myself and I want to die. This is awful. I can't breathe. This is terrible." No, but no,
oh,
but at the same time, I think like John did really because I think again like being around each other finally just adds so much relief to us whatever situation that we're in. So just being around him now, I immediately feel better or I just feel mentally a little bit lighter than I normally would. So yeah,
okay.
we're good.
So the two questions that, well, one anyway, like social life. How you around all this other stuff? How have you been able to enhance your, like stuff or worked on it at all? Have you had a chance
Yeah,
to?
we definitely didn't have a chance, during that week that we were sick, yeah, but So recently so this kind of goes into my artist and teaching thing too. I may have a potential new student because I so let's see. So my student's mother had emailing and contacting back and forth, and she was like, "Oh, by the way, we're going to be traveling for this amount of time, so we'll so a couple more sessions, then we're going to start back up in the next year, blah blah
Mhm.
blah." And I said, "Oh, okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know and all that stuff." But I wanted to ask, if you would be interested in having a commission from me for the holidays, since I won't be there, then just let me know, and then I can give you a discount since you're paying for your daughter's lessons already. Also, if you're able and if you do accept this, then I would ask that you please tell other people that you know about my services in case I have somebody. So I got somebody. And I think and I actually just checked just a couple hours before we started recording, and I got another email from somebody who said that she knew about my student and her mom already, and they told her about it.
Okay.
So
Good
I'm
job.
definitely socializing in the business sense. Now, in general, no. um Something else that John and I have been we're talking about while we were sick too, because I was like, "Oh, man, like, once we get out of this funk, like, we really gotta, like, up it on, like, our socializing skills. We really gotta put ourselves out there, blah, blah, blah." There's a women's retreat coming up next week that I will be going to. I will be forcing myself to do it. I don't know the demographic at all. I don't know what we're gonna do. It's at the seminary, I believe, so
Oh,
we'll see what happens. I don't know. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, so that's something I will be looking forward to and see what happens? I
very
don't know.
good.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, so that and then the other thing so the thing that John and I were talking about, I was asking him, like, because at one point I just genuinely just asked him for advice. I'm like, "Oh, so you moved here, like, not too long ago. How have you socialized?" And he was like, "I am the wrong person to ask. You've
That's what he
talked
told
to
me.
more
I
people
asked
than
him.
me in the past 3 years." And I was like, "Oh."
That's what he told me when we went out to our Brew
Okay,
City.
that's great.
I said, "Oh, how's the social thing going?" Well, Emmy's talked to more people than I have. I was like, that's what he did tell me
Oh,
that
that's so
part.
funny, I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
great.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I'm like, "Okay." Alright. So, yeah, but then, like, I asked him, why he thinks that is, because I because I 'cause I wasn't like a, "What? What's wrong with you? Why aren't you
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
30
No,
something, you should be" I'm like, "No,
no.
I'm just curious." And he was like, "Well, I'm a pastor's kid, and I know really well how to, like, interact with and I relate to more with pastors and with pastors' families and just families in general, older people." And I'm like, "I feel that. I grew up in a church family setting, and so, I feel more comfortable talking to more people that are older than me than people in my age demographic. So that's fair." Yeah. Um but yeah, and that's also part of why we enjoy, like, smaller groups, like, just interacting with families and stuff together. So, yeah, so I was like, "Okay, so maybe let's start with looking at young families to interact with, you know?"
Yep.
So, we're actually this is also John's month to usher.
Mm,
So, and we also have a field worker and his wife and their child. So,
mm,
we're gonna be trying to make steps to go and talk to them, maybe invite them over for a quick meal or something.
mhm.
And yeah, and we like babies too. We'll hang out with the
Yeah.
baby too. Yeah. So we're making steps.
That's
We're
well,
making
that's a
baby
yeah.
steps.
You at least you're planning for it.
We're
You like
planning.
you've thought about it, like that as a thing. So
Yes.
remember my other one,
Yes, so the chapel thing,
the chapel thing.
yeah, the chapel thing, we haven't gotten to because we're
Okay.
still after getting sick, we're getting back into a regular routine.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, oh gosh, and then I'm gonna be traveling again for Uncle Dave's funeral.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But still, we're gonna try to I think the best time would probably be like Friday evenings.
Okay.
So or one of those,
Mm,
since
yeah.
that's when John doesn't work as much. So
Yeah. No, but I was saying this that for me that's not for me, but for you that was a you thing for you to get out of the house
Oh,
and go to
yeah,
chapel,
that
the
was.
morning chapel, like yeah, see, you're avoiding, but no,
I
it's a
forgot.
morning,
I
it's
forgot
morning
what I'm
chapel.
doing.
It's for you to get out of get yourself out of the house, and then once you're out of the house, then you can like things start rolling. You can like incorporate it into your going to the grocery store or whatever other errands you want to run. But
Yes.
like that as a jumping off point for other things. That's what I always thought it was,
Yeah.
and to get in a good routine to go and be around other people and also because it's chapel and you get your you
Yeah.
get your time to worship and stuff like that. The other thing, so the other thing was it's and this is sound I don't know if I've ever I talked to you about it this way, but like yeah, it's organizing and getting like working on the inviting the families over and things like that.
Ah,
That might have to be you're the becoming the mom of the family kind of thing where
yeah.
right because that's on in our house that's how it works. Mom would set those kind of things up, and I'm
Yep.
guessing that a lot of times that's what happens at the in John's mom and dad's house is like Mrs.
Yes.
Russer kind of like gets has that side of the house or that side of the relationship covered, and she sets things up
Yes.
and stuff like that. And just like I said, in general, like all the mom things where organizing and having all the medicines when you travel and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
I think that's going to be you, like that's going to be your because John and your dad, it's like we're thinking about all the stuff that's going on but not the like
Yes.
the small things. And so we're not, it's not that we're trying to forget those things, but it's like the umbrella big picture stuff we're trying to do. And then it's like you guys are you guys think about, oh, this is what's going to happen to a when someone in the family is going to have a headache, so they need this, and then somebody doesn't ever have sunscreen, so we gotta bring this, and all those kind of things that I never remember, and it's probably gonna. And I think Mrs. Russer, John's mom always did all that stuff, and our mom
Yeah.
always does that stuff, and so you're probably gonna be that person. It's just how 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 it falls. I'm not saying it's your job or that kind of thing,
Well
but
well,
it's
y
like it just
well,
comes.
not necessarily that
You
it's a
fill the
that's
gaps.
it's my job, but it would be the thing that I would be more fit for than John would be.
Yeah, yeah, I'm not fit for it. I'm like,
Yes, and
no,
you
we
and
don't
John are
need
very
because
similar,
I'm
so
like,
yes.
no, we
No.
don't need that. There's no
No.
one's gonna. That's not gonna happen. Don't. No, what are you talking about? That's not gonna happen. And then mom's like,
What?
see, it
No.
happened.
What? No. Why do I wanna have people over? I don't like people.
Yes,
What, I have to entertain people for a couple hours? What? No.
I got some card tricks.
What? No. Wait, you wanna talk about that part
No, no,
when you
I
were
don't.
almost gonna do
It's been
magic?
it was well. That's I was gonna. Yes, I was gonna do magic. I had a couple. I was practicing my like shuffles and all the stuff, but then it was. What was it for? Do you remember what it was for?
It was for a conference in Vegas, right?
Yeah, I was going to do a presentation at work for
Yeah.
yeah, and the conference was in Vegas, so I was
Yeah, and
going
you
to
were
do
like,
it's
"Well,
going to be part of my
what does
show.
Vegas have?
But then
Magic shows." So do a
yeah, but then
magic show.
I got combined with another guy that took the lead on the
Oh,
in the presentation, so I couldn't bust out
and
my
he was
magic.
lame and he didn't do magic, so
It was not magic.
dang
I
it.
was like, oh come on, man,
Come
it's
on, man.
Vegas, it's
Come on.
Vegas.
That guy was probably like, "I'm gonna go play slots after this, so I don't care."
Uh, so
Okay, that's pretty much all for me that I can think of.
okay,
Yeah. So you!
what have I been doing?
Yeah, what have you been
I
doing?
didn't get sick, at least. I don't
Good
think. No, I
job!
didn't get sick. Work has been busy. Uh, um, oh, I've gone back into kettlebells, doing my kettlebells
Kettlebells!
thing. So that's my workout. But but the bad thing is, so when I went down to see Papa because when helping him, get he had surgery, his heart surgery,
Yeah.
and so it was like 4 days of I didn't work out. Right. So then that's not good when I don't work out. And then I'm doing less cardio but more weights. So that's affecting like how much calories I burn. And then
Mhm.
mom makes her banana bread, which I love.
Oh,
And then
no.
that didn't help. And
That's
so I got to lose some
dangerous.
pounds. I'm just telling you, I got to lose some weight before you go. I'm not huge. I'm not like, I'm like, I just have more
You're
pounds
not
than I
morbidly
want.
obese, bro, you're fine.
No,
You're
no, no, not definitely not.
just
But I
got a
have more
little
weight than
just a
I
little
really want to.
pudge. Just a little
Yeah.
touch.
Thank you. I gotta tell mom that I gotta tell mom you can't keep making this bread. I love it,
Mom,
and then
you can't make stuff that's too delicious for me to not
because
I'm
usually because
tempted.
the thing yeah well because she's always taught usually I can like go I'm really good about just like cutting things off because I do my I do my fasting intermittent
But then
fasting and
mom makes it, then you're like, "Well, it's gonna go bad." So
yes, exactly. That is the problem. It's when things can go bad. If it's not even there, I'm okay because
right.
I don't crave something and go, oh, I got to go get it.
Yeah.
But if it's there and I'm like, oh, it's gonna go bad,
Yeah, "Oh,
then
man, no
that's
one's
when
gonna
the
eat this because it's just us 2. Oh, no.
yes,
Oh,
that is
no, I guess
exactly
no
my
one can eat
thinking,
this. Oops."
and it's just gonna get moldy, and I'm gonna be sad that there's
"Oh, no, I'm
moldy.
gonna be so sad that my this
Are you-
all this
I'm so
delicious
sad.
stuff went away."
And then yeah, so that's my dilemma. Like yeah, but
Yeah.
what it comes
You
down
can
to
be
is yes,
like,
I need to
"Mom,
lose some weight.
you should eat some. You can work it off with Pilates."
Yeah, but she makes eight loaves. I'm like,
Okay, well, that's
it's like if you're gonna make that much, you gotta have like an event or something that you're gonna take most of them
right.
to or
You
something.
gotta take this to
Don't just
church. Give it
leave
to
8 at home. Yeah,
yeah,
'cause I'll
that's
eat like 6 of them.
no, that's insane.
It's not good. It's
You
not
didn't
good.
wait, did you eat 6 of them?
I might have.
Oh, sh
I don't know how many I ate, but it was way more than I.
that's oh, no.
Oh no, is right. No, it's bad.
Oh,
That mom's banana bread. So
buddy.
oh, and she's very picky about the last time she made banana bread was when John and Tim were over, right? When
Yeah.
you guys and
Oh,
she was like
no.
she
Did
hated
that
that.
just, like,
She was like
start everything up again?
no, yeah, because she was mad about that banana bread because it wasn't, when she made it, the bananas weren't ripe like they usually are.
Okay,
So
yeah.
they were well textured like a store-bought banana bread was, and that's how it was. It was very consistent, but it wasn't gooey and sweet like her normal banana breads. And she's been mad the
No.
whole time. She's like, even when she's made the ones that that I ate, how many of her I ate, she was like, this is the way that's supposed to be because the bananas have to be she's like the other ones were just so wrong. She's just going off on she's just like very particular about the banana bread she makes. So I was like,
Okay.
all right, yes, this is much better. I understand why, but then I have to tell her not to make it very often because man, I like I said, I ate way too many of them.
Oh,
And they're there
no.
sitting there and they're like, I don't want you to go bad.
Y
So I'll eat it.
You should just tell her like, "Hey girl, your banana breads are perfect just the way they are. You don't have to hyperfixate on this. You
Yes.
don't have to, remake it any right now. Right now. Okay? Maybe another time, maybe holidays when we have people over, okay?
Lots of people, so that
Lots of
I only
people.
have half of one at most or something like that, or
Gosh,
she gives them
you
all
had
away.
6 whole loaves,
I
Dad?
don't even know how many. I can't even count.
That's really
It's not good. That's why I said I
and
gotta
these
lose
aren't just
some
like
weight.
they're like,
No, they're like that,
oh gosh.
like that. It's like, yeah, they're large. That's not yeah, not good, not good. So
You're gonna
I
get
did see The Substance. Did we talk
Oh,
about that?
yeah, wait, I wanna
I
talk
saw The
so bad
Substance.
about it because for Halloween, right,
Uh-huh.
that weekend since, well, we weren't feeling well, so then, like, every night we would just kinda loaf and just enjoy a horror movie. So we watched The Conjuring, which is one of John's favorites, and then we watched The Substance because that's one of my favorites. And
Uh-huh.
I specifically requested The Substance because, like, my dad just watched this, and we're gonna podcast about this at some point, so I wanna refresh my memory so we can talk about this because this thing's awesome, but so intense.
Oh man. So I was thinking of like what came to mind suddenly was when we were in Chicago and it was the portrait of Dorian Gray thingy
Yeah,
that we saw. And I was like, oh, I'm like, oh, this is actually very, not exactly, but very along those lines, like a
yeah,
modern Dorian Gray. But the thing that made it more interesting for me was that like this person, like, because it was the same person, like flipping back and forth,
yeah.
she actually saw the effects that it would have on her, and then still when she switched back to the younger side, it still didn't matter.
Well, yeah,
Like the
because
portrait of
their
Dorian
whole thing
Gray,
was like, "Remember, you are
y-
one,"
yeah,
but
because like
she couldn't yeah.
the portrait of Dorian Gray, like you don't feel it's not like you can see the impact that you're having on the image, and so yeah, but this one was like you actually were. experiencing the problems that you were causing by having your younger self do all these things,
Yep.
and then you still did them even though you felt them, and it was like the consequences were actually real. She just still could not stop herself from being that much narcissistic and caring about her young self.
Yeah.
That
Crazy.
was the crazy part. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just it's like it was more than, in some ways it was beyond, like, it made it, like, if it wasn't so stark, it would, for me anyway, it would have been like I could see how it could, it was like a normal person could fall into this trap. But because it was so extreme, it was like it was just her. It was more that she was so disturbed that she would do this thing.
Right, and
Right.
also because, and everything was so over traumatized, right?
Yeah.
And, like, the cinematography was so intense, and so, like, one of my favorite things in cinematography and in horror movies, like, psychological horror movies like that, is when you're not able to tell if those things are actually happening or if that's just what's
Mm.
happening in her head too,
Hmm. Hmm.
right? Like, it was they did a really good job with that movie,
Yeah.
yeah.
But like I said, the one thing that it was, if it would have hit me better if it was less extreme, in that, because it was so extreme, I didn't have to identify with that lady's faults, right?
Right,
If you was less thing, you'd be like, oh, everyone succumbs to like some form of this. But
yeah.
it got so extreme that it was like, well, I wouldn't ever go that
I
far,
would
kind of thing. So
never. That lady is
yeah,
crazy.
that was
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, she didn't care what was happening to her other self at all.
Yeah.
Like, and that it does make sense that, like, it was a good message in that, like, something, when you're young, the stuff that you do when you're young is going to affect you as when you're older. But
Yeah,
like I
but
said,
you don't see that. Yeah.
yeah, because it's so extreme, that message gets diluted.
Right.
Is how I, that's
I
my
can
takeaway. But it
understand that.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, but it was like interesting. It was definitely an interesting psychological thriller, like you said. There's body horror, but it was like a lot of it was psychological. It's like, what is she going to do? You were going to do this to yourself. You know what this is like? You're willing to sacrifice your self, and like, is it going to look like the next time? That was always, it's like, oh, how bad is it going to
Oh, I
be when
know.
you
Yeah.
come back,
Oh,
right?
yeah. That just and then like the final boss, the final monster at the end.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
I also, just, like, one of my other things that I look for in horror movies is how they start it, because I
Mm.
feel like some of, like, the more cliche openings that I see is, like, someone's, like, running down the hall, and then it's like, "Oh, 2 hours earlier," and then you're
Oh,
like, "Oh
uh-huh, uh-huh.
gosh, okay, here we go." Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but this one, it was so subtle, it was so simple, it was just there's her Hollywood star, and this is like, oh, this is her life going through the things, and then,
Mhm.
oh, then eventually people forget about her, and
Mhm.
that cycle, and then like just perfectly, a dude just comes by with his hamburger, and then just all the ketchup all over, and it's like, oh yeah, we are in for a good movie. Here we go. What is she gonna do to herself?
Yeah, yeah, it was good. It
Yeah.
was good. All right, so I have pop culture, right?
Yes, you
Is
do.
that what
What
we're
you got for
okay?
me?
So I have my pop culture thing is, what was the thing? I just
What?
thought of it. It was, so the oh the you know how, like, the body positivity thing has kind of fallen by
You
the
know what?
wayside some,
Oh,
right? Right?
okay.
Right?
I
There's
have a ranch ready, but okay, go
Okay,
ahead.
sorry. So, but then there's also, did you see this whole thing with the because the government shut down? You've heard. I'm guessing you heard something. No, you don't even know. You're
The
unaware of
government
the.
shut down what?
So the government, like, there's like a whole bunch of things that, like, they've stopped funding and stuff. One of them was the EBT and SNAP stuff. You
Yes.
haven't
Okay,
heard
I
of
did
anything?
hear
Okay,
about that one. Yeah.
something. So there's all these people like, well, if they cut off my EBT and or my SNAP benefits, I'm gonna go out and I'm just gonna, like, steal from stores, like, right. So that's their answer to the, like, not having their benefits, right. And so it's like, okay, so those are two actually sides of what you could call it, like, a couple 6 months, a year ago, it would have been fallen under kind of like the like victimhood, right? Victim
Yes.
mentality, those kind of things, right? But like, I want to take it to a little bit differently, because so I'm one of the reasons that the body positivity thing has fallen off, right, is because a lot of those people that were um championing whatever were champions for that cause, they've started losing weight, right?
Yep.
Like Lizzo and whatever, all the other, right? The people who are for body positivity, they started losing weight. Well, how did they start losing weight? It's through that Ozempic, the shot that makes you lose weight, right? So, and then the EBT thing, I see them as related is it's just people just want whatever's easy. It's not,
Yep.
and then they make up whatever excuse around it that they have to make to like justify why why they are the way they are because it's too hard to do it right. Right. So
Yes.
the body positivity people is like instead of dieting and doing the hard things and and exercise and stuff and eating properly, instead of that, they just said, you shouldn't criticize me for being overweight. Right. That you're right. So it was too hard to do something. So don't criticize me. And then the
Yeah.
EBT SNAP people were like, well, it's too hard to get a job and work and stuff. So, you know, don't criticize me for stealing or anything like that because I should be getting stuff for free. See, so both of those things, like that's the pop culture through line now in my head. And maybe it was always this way and it was, it just seemed different. But it's like whatever's easiest, I'm gonna make up any story to like defend my ease and comfort.
Yes, my horrible decision
Yes,
making.
my
I am
horrible.
going
Well, my horrible.
to
It's not even
yeah.
horrible decision making. It's like my decision is to do the easiest thing. Like whatever. If I
Yeah.
can't do the easiest thing, then somebody else is to blame for not being able to do the easy thing.
Yeah, well, basing your decision making off of what's easy or what makes you happy in the moment, like, that's the horrible decision
Yes,
making, right?
but they don't
So
see it that way because they just want to be
well,
happy or
no.
do the easy thing. Doing the easy thing
Exactly.
and all and the and things that make you happy are is typically just
And
considering
yeah,
that is
and
all
get
is
all my
bad.
benefits from the
Yeah,
government and all the
yeah.
things, and if they don't give me that, then, oh well, because I only exist so that other people can serve me.
Yes, yes, yeah. That was that EBT Snap thing was like there's all these TikToks and stuff, and I didn't watch them directly, but through whoever news. But it's always like I they deserve it. It's like, well, I should be, you should be, why should I have to work for this stuff? And it's like, what are you talking about? Who then?
Well, what do you mean?
Who's
Like, everybody else is working and then they're paying their taxes, and those taxes are going to you. What are you
yeah,
talking about? You can work for yourself.
yes, but yeah. So what's your rant on that, or how do you take?
Oh, my rant just on body
Oh,
positivity
okay,
in general. I mean, like, because see, I correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like when I first heard about like the movement, when I heard the words body positivity, I initially thought it was about like women and it was a piece of women empowerment or
yeah,
branch of
yeah,
it, and it was like, oh, why are people who are considered like conventionally beautiful like the most always considered, yeah, they're the conventional girls are the pretty
yeah,
girls, but then like what about us who aren't? And I was like, oh, I can see that
yeah,
maybe. But then then it fell into, oh, okay, so you can be morbidly obese, you can still be beautiful. And it was like, oh wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Maybe to other people, sure, as long as you're working on yourself. But it was like, oh, no, 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 you stay exactly the way you are. You stay exactly as you are, whether you're morbidly obese or you're actually just unfortunate looking. Just stay the way you are, and someone will find you and they'll love you. And it's like, okay, we're kind of going off the rails here. Because, and then, but like the whole premise of it is so stupid because it's not like actually like finding the positivity within yourself. It's always dependent on what other people think of you,
yes. It was trying to make you
right?
everyone consider that change beauty standards so that no matter what you look like, it was fine. But the problem,
Yeah.
the where it really went off the rails for me was when there are bigger people and smaller, different shapes of bodies, right? And you can whatever like different,
Whatever.
yeah, it's fine, whatever. But the problem was that like when you didn't want to consider at a certain point it's unhealthy. Like you can't say that it's
Yeah.
positive. You can't be body positive and like, but your body is actually not built to be that. Like eat those kind of calories or whatever. That you're not in shape, and it's like actually health. I can't just because you're positive about your body doesn't make it healthy, and that was part of where
Yeah.
it became like, well, you can't tell me because I'm body positive, but it's like, but that's not healthy. Sorry, no matter how
Yeah.
positive you want to be about
It's
it,
not
there's this
good, yeah.
point at which, that you have to have reality in terms of it's not about looks. It's has nothing about looks. It's about health. Is it healthy for your body? And the same thing happened like in the 80s. When the 80s, before you were there, they had this whole thing where they had the supermodels were all like skinny and like terribly like gross looking, and like I'd never thought that
Yeah,
was attractive, but they had it was like that was seen as positive and that's when that was when anorexia and the bulimia stuff was like more pronounced. I don't know if I don't I'm guessing it still happens today, but it's not in the media as much. But like there were those ladies were like so skinny. It's like that's not good either. That like skinny isn't good either. It's like there's a
yeah,
range of which in which people's bodies are healthy. And then there's a
right.
range too far below that, and there's a range far above that. And trying to get more towards the
Yeah,
healthy part is where where it makes sense. But that never,
yeah. Well, yeah, and again, that's where nuance needs to be brought into the conversation because skinny, fat, whatever it is, like, as long as it's healthy, then okay. Okay. And as long as, like, there's, like, a way to work on that, whether it's, like, getting less skinny or getting less fat or whatever, and you're finding your middle ground and whatever is healthy for you, then that should be that. And then as far as, wanting, attention from other people and or validation and stuff, then that's, like, a whole other
yeah,
separate thing. Like, don't base that off of, like, what you look like, and don't jeopardize your health for it. That's dumb.
yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. That they're two different things. They're two
Yeah.
different things. Yeah, whether you're attractive to somebody else or not is different from whether you're healthy or not.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't go like I like, when I first met John, I wasn't like, "That's a healthy looking man right there." I went, "Ah,
Yeah,
I'll go talk
yeah,
to him." And then I found out, "Oh, he's a great guy." And then later I was like, "Oh, okay, he's also healthy too. He also, like, runs and stuff. Obviously, he's in good shape." But I was never like, "Ah, yes, I'm going to base his value
hmm
on that," you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
And that's like the danger of like a body positivity movement or any other movement that kind of like takes a thing and then is like you need to you can only receive validation by like bringing attention to that thing.
yeah. Self
Yeah.
worth, like self-worth revolving around that a particular part of
Yeah.
some of some movement. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, trying to package self-worth as like, oh, you need that from other people to get self-worth. It's like that completely negates the point. Yeah.
All right, makes sense to me. Yeah, I don't think that I don't think it ever ends. Like they'll always find people will always find a new way to be a victim of something. But also, like I was just saying,
Yeah.
that the as part of the being a victim in today's day and age is, well, you're blaming me for being lazy, or it's like it's to take the focus off the lazy part of my being.
Yeah, it's being like, "Okay, so yes, I know I suck, but now you're calling me out on it, and that makes you the bad
Yes,
person."
yes. And if like even with even a normal person, normally fit person, but like if they, like if they don't want to adhere to conventional beauty standards or something, but they let themselves completely go, it's like, well, yeah, I don't understand that you don't want to change yourself for a person, another person, but there is something to say for
Yeah,
being, fitting into the mainstream of life as well. I mean, yeah,
yeah. Yeah, and then there's, like, a whole other sorry,
yeah,
one last point on this. There's a whole other part where it's like, "Oh, I don't wanna change myself just to, make a man attracted to me," and then it turns into an "I hate
yeah,
men"
yeah, yeah.
thing.
I think that's what I was trying to
That's
go
that's
toward.
that's
Yes,
that's the part that really got me. Once it got to that point and it just straight up turned into, like, misandry and
yeah,
misogyny, I was like, "Oh, no, we have lost the
yeah.
plot, people."
Yeah, yeah, it makes a lot of. I mean, that's the point was more trying to make is like you don't like it's okay if you don't want to play the game to attract people, but then don't start turning it into like I'm a victim of something. Then at least,
Yeah, and then, like, "Oh, the tear down the
yeah,
patriarchy."
yeah,
Like, "What? The patriarchy's not making you fat, girl.
yeah.
All those
It's
chips are."
like you say, it's it all comes
The
back to
banana
like
bread.
blaming you're making choices, but then yeah, thank you for the banana bread reference. But it's like you're making choices, and then if your choices don't lead to the outcome that you wanted, you know, you don't you still have your choices determine like outcomes, right? But you want your choices to determine the outcome that you want, whether regardless of whether you made what choice or not, kind of thing. Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm over engineering it.
You can blame the banana bread, but you're the one who ate
Yes,
it,
that
so
is that. It all does come back to the banana bread story at this point. So, oh, so
banana
there was
bread.
it.
See,
I
and you're
can't
all
blame mom for
what?
making the banana bread. That's my laziness. Oh, look at that. We self discovery. It's not mom's fault that I ate the banana bread. It is my.
The woman is not the
It's not the
problem.
banana bread
She's
or the
not.
wife. It's I ate the banana bread. I have to just face the facts that
You
I
did
ate the
this to
banana bread,
yourself.
and I gotta lose pounds because of that.
And now we have to make the thumbnail into you as a banana bread.
Yes. I cannot. That it is all yes. This I have been enlightened by this episode because it's like I can't say mom don't make banana bread. It's like,
It's
dude,
you.
you don't eat 6 loaves or however many I ate.
Yes, mom might hey, you know what? Mom might be getting a little bit of stress out. Maybe she
Yes.
she just needs to,
She,
because
she loves
remember,
to bake.
like, banana bread, that started in
Yes.
COVID. That took a lot of stress off her plate, and that was making her
Yes.
happy, and now it's making her happy, and then sh and it's her thing, and it's great. You're eating
Yeah, I
it.
can't blame her for the
You're
oh,
the
that's
problem.
oh man, I feel I was just oh man, that's just yeah,
You
oh. Don't blame the
you you were
I was
blaming the
blaming someone. Oh
woman.
no. Oh yeah, that's totally oh man.
Guys,
Wow.
we're
The
woke
pop
now.
culture fixes
We're
dad. Well,
woke.
not fix it, but like
Our
sheds light on dad.
our
Ooh.
podcast is officially woke, guys. We we love women. Make your banana bread. Men, stop
Yeah,
eating them.
don't just eat the banana bread.
She's not
No.
making them for you, Dad. She's making them for herself,
Yes.
and you're eating
Yes.
them.
She's making it out of love and
Yeah.
I'm
And you're being a greedy pig.
oh man. Okay. But I don't like to see them go bad.
You can't have empathy for banana bread, Dad. You gotta reread your empathy book or whatever.
No, say no to empathy. Empathy is a
Say
bad
no to
thing.
empathy. It's banana bread. They don't have feelings.
Ah, okay. We've solved my banana bread problem. I just have to stop eating it. That is
You just gotta stop
yeah.
eating it, man. But don't go anorexic, bro.
No,
You can
no.
you can eat, just not that much.
Thank you.
Guys, I'm here to validate you.
So how much banana bread can I eat? Hmm.
Bruh,
Okay.
I honestly, like well, okay, wait, how wait, you ate supposedly 6 in how many days?
4,
Did
5
you have, like
days.
oh, no.
It's not
Okay.
good.
So
It's not good.
maybe we cut back to, like, once a week
One
or,
a week?
like, 1.5 a week, you
Yeah,
know?
that would probably be good.
But here, how about this? Hey, Dad, instead of the whole loaf at once, you just, give
I
yourself a
do get a
slice,
slice
like,
and then I go back and then go
oh,
back.
no, okay, then don't go back. You can't go
Okay.
back.
Well, see, what I did was like
You
I
have to
take a
stop
half
yourself.
or a quarter, and then I go back and get a quarter,
Yeah.
and then I go back. Oh, I might as well eat the rest of it.
No.
So it's not good. It was not good. There was one
Dad,
really
you
bad one.
have you
There's one. Okay, here's the worst sequence was. Okay, there was half of a loaf, right?
oh
And then so
god.
then I ate. I said, okay, cut it in half, and I ate one. And then I was like, okay, I'll eat the other half. Wait, but mom made a wanted that half, so I cut another one in half and took the half and left the half. It's not good, dear. I'm not I'm like, there's no pride in this. It's all shame. But
No, I know, it's
it's,
hilarious. I mean, wow, you've
yeah,
really fallen
the
down. Like,
banana
do you
bread
really miss
is
us
a
that bad?
yeah.
Do we need to be you know what? You know what, honestly, I think you gotta talk to Maru more, because you and Maru held each other accountable for
Yeah, that's
stuff.
true.
Like, she was so regimented, she was always, I mean, she still is, but she was always like, "Yeah, I already had this
Yeah.
today, I had a lollipop at school, so I'm not gonna
Yes.
do dessert tonight. Oh, okay, I already, like, had, like, a couple crackers, so I'm not gonna do a dessert. Oh, I didn't have anything today? Oh, are we going out? Okay, I'm just gonna have some ice cream." Like, she was
Yes.
always like, "Okay," and I think that
Yes.
probably helped
Yes.
you.
Yes.
So you should probably be like, "Hey, Maru, can you
Yeah.
just
Because she would always
tell me
yeah,
about
when
how
she was
you're
when
handling
we're
your desserts and
when
stuff?"
I'm around her, yeah, she's always talking about that. So then therefore
Yeah,
when she's talking about it, I'm thinking about how, "Oh, I just had one of those. I probably shouldn't have that." Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. But you gotta be like her, you gotta
Okay.
say it out loud, you gotta you gotta process it out loud.
All right. Good tips.
That
I
you
think
know?
yes, I will work on that. Yes. That's a good one. I will say it out loud.
I mean, I'm speaking from someone who does not eat desserts
Yeah.
ever. Honestly, like, it's even before, like, we got married, I don't I rarely
Except
do
for the
it, and then
chocolate
every
chip
once in a
cookie
while, I'll be
things
like,
at home. The chocolate
"What?"
chip cookie ice creams.
"Oh, well, yeah, because it's at home," and I'm like, "Sweet,
You
okay."
like those? Well, see, that's the thing. Mom likes to
I
get
do.
those things and
But yeah,
have
but
them
then after that,
around.
after I moved out here, I was like, "Nah,
Mom
I'm
likes to
good."
have them around, and
I
then I'm like, "Oh, they're in there." Well, I don't. They're if you, they sit there forever, they're just gonna melt. I better have one.
it's a freezer!
No,
The
but
freezer's not gonna turn off,
someone
bruh.
always forgets to close the door, and then so then they end up melting or something.
Well, it's been you 2 people at the house now, so it's
All right.
no more
No more.
excuses,
See,
Dad.
yes, I know.
Less banana
I
bread.
am making excuses
Say it
like
to
a.
yourself, "I won't go back."
I'm making as good as excuses as Gen Z does.
Oh,
I'm blaming
no.
others.
You've turned.
Well, no, yeah, no, well, yeah, I am. Yeah, it's in there. Okay,
It's
I'll
in
be
there.
better.
Get it out. I think this is a great note to end
Okay.
on, solving your
Yes,
banana bread
that
dilemma.
is the yes, that was the key to this one. Yes, I will be a banana bread for this episode. That makes a lot of sense.
No, no, yeah. Or just, like, you trying to reach for a table of banana bread and me going, "No,
No.
no, no."
It's all 6 loaves.
Oh, one of the loaves should be Belle.
Ooh.
She's our loaf.
Stormy or Mochi too. Mochi and Belle is banana
What'd you
loaves.
do? And no, then Stormy can be the one going, "No, no, no. Don't do it."
All right, I'll work on this. All right.
Okay,
All
good
right.
job.
Thanks, dear.
Thanks,
Love you.
Dad. Love you too.